Okay, artists, welcome to part 2 of your paper sculpture masterpiece. Oh man, this is my favorite day, and those of you who have made paper sculptures with me before know that I love making paper sculptures. Okay, so friends, as you can see, this is one that this is actually an old sculpture that I made a couple years ago, and this kind of gives you an idea of what a paper sculpture could look like. Now, as you can see, I've used some colored paper here that I just had around in the classroom, and also some of the patterned paper that I had laying around that you will get to use for your paper sculpture today. So let's talk about what we need. We need a blank piece of paper. Any type of paper will do. That's going to be the base of our sculpture that we're going to build on. We're going to need some scissors, some glue or tape will also work, and you're going to need the paper that you did your pattern on last week. This is just a little half paper that I had laying around, but we are going to need that. And if you have colored paper laying around, or you want to make more colored paper, totally you could use that as well. Okay, so friends, the first thing that we're going to need to do is take our patterned paper that we made with our fun design on it last week, and we are going to cut it into strips, okay? So as you can see here, we need long strips to start building our sculpture. So if it helps to draw lines to do that, if you want to flip your paper over, use a pencil and draw straight lines as straight as you can. They don't have to be perfect. You can do that if it helps you cut, but if you don't feel like you need to do that, then just go ahead and cut this pattern paper into strips. Now, friends, we want to make sure that we cut these so they're not super skinny or super big, because we want to get as many strips as we can. If you make them super skinny, they're not going to hold up very well. And if you make them too fat, you're not going to get very many out of the paper. So go ahead and cut some strips, and you're going to be ready to build. Okay, artists, so now I have all of my strips cut out. I used a bunch of scrap paper that I had laying around. That's why I have all these colors. You could use plain paper. You can use, of course, your pattern paper. That's going to give a little color to it. So you just use whatever paper that you have, and let's start building a sculpture. I'm going to show you a few tricks. Okay, so bring your base over, that other piece of paper. It's what we're going to build our sculpture on. So I am going to take one strip of paper here, and I like to think of these pieces as birds. When I flap it in the wind, it's like a bird, and I'm going to capture it with my hand here, okay? Now, friends, if I try to make this piece stick up on the sculpture, it's not working very well, okay? It's not standing up. Well, think about it. What do we have at the bottom of our body that helps us stand up? I'll give you a second. If you guessed feet, you'd be right. So for this guy to stand up, I need to give him feet. He doesn't have any feet, okay? So here's how I'm gonna do it. Once I capture my bird, I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm going to go to one end of my paper strip and I'm going to chomp it together. Okay, watch closely. I'm gonna hold it up close. Chomp. Ooh, look at that. It has a foot now. Okay, let's go to the other side. And chomp. Look at that. Now my piece has 2 feet. It can walk, it can kick, and it can stand up. Now, if it's a little hard to make feet, maybe get mom and dad to help you with your first couple, and then I bet you'll be able to figure it out, okay? And I'll show you a few more times. So, once I have feet on the piece of my sculpture here, I need to get some glue or tape. Just a little dot will do ya, right on the bottom of the feet. Just a little dot. Okay, let's make sure. Hopefully Miss Einerson's glue is not stuck. Uh-oh, commercial break, hold on. All right, I got it to work now. All right, so now that I've got my glue working, I'm gonna go to the bottom of the feet and I'm going to put a little dot on each foot. Ooh, that tickles! Oh, sorry, Mr. Sculpture. Ooh, it's so cold! Sorry. Okay, all right, so now I've got my dots right on the bottom of the feet. I'm gonna go down to the base and I am going to hold wherever I want my piece to go. I'm gonna hold it down for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the magic word, lift your fingers up, voila. And look at that. My first piece of my sculpture is standing up. Oh yeah, first piece done. Okay, so that's called the bridge. Do you guys see? Because when you put it on, it's like a bridge across in one piece. Okay, let's talk about a few more tricks here to your sculpture. The next thing I like to do sometimes is a spiral, okay? So I take a pencil or a pen or whatever you have, and I take the end of my paper strip here, and I curl it up on the pencil very slowly till I get to the very end. Okay, and then voila! Ooh, I've got a spiral. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so friends, then let's give the spiral a foot. Okay, get my chomper out. Chomp. And there's the foot. All right, let's get our glue. Little dot will do ya. And remember, 10 seconds. Choose a spot. Maybe I'll go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Magic word, voila. And there's the second piece on my sculpture. Oh yeah, okay. Now, another trick I like is called a zigzag. Okay, so take your paper strip to make a zigzag. This one can be a little harder, so if you're having a hard time making it, maybe ask a bigger brother or sister, mom or dad, and once they help you, then you'll probably be able to get it once you see how they do it. All right, watch carefully. So I take my paper strip and I'm going to fold it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till I have no paper strip left. Whoop, and then voila, a zigzag. Now, sometimes we can stick these wherever we want, or sometimes people like to stick their zigzag to another piece on their sculpture so it can be stairs. It's like stairs. So hold it for 10 seconds. I'm gonna make some stairs going from the bridge to the base of my sculpture. So a zigzag could kind of be like stairs. Okay, and then hold it again. I could stretch it out and hold it on. All right, so there's a zigzag. Zigzags are super fun. You could stretch a zigzag from one side of your base to another. Super fun. Okay, one more thing, friends. One more trick I'm gonna show you is how to make a shape. Okay, so take another strip, and this one you don't even have to make a foot. You're gonna put a little glue. Uh-oh. This glue is causing me some trouble today. All right, and check this out. You're gonna glue one side of the strip to the other side. Hold it for 10 seconds. Remember, that glue needs grab time. So we gotta hold it together so it sticks, okay? And then check this out. We've made, what shape is that? A circle! So if you want to put a circle on your sculpture, just put a little glue on the bottom. It could be like a circle doorway in your sculpture here, okay? And one other cool thing is, whoops, if we make a circle here, we can also pinch the circle. So get your pinchers out. And if we pinch it, pinch, ouch, look at that. It makes another shape, kind of like a teardrop or a raindrop. And if you keep pinching it, pinch, you can pinch it into lots of different shapes. Ooh, see, that kind of made like a doorway. You can pinch again, see what you get. Ooh, kind of like a square. So friends, the more you pinch, the more shapes you get. All right, so friends, those are the 4 tricks for paper sculptures. So now that you know all the tricks, I want you to build your own sculpture. I'm gonna keep going on this one, and I'm gonna show it to you at the very end. Voila, sculpture, cha-ching, complete. Okay, so friends, if you check this out, I even took some pieces and glued them to other pieces, like on top of them. The one thing I'll say about that is if you want to try that and make it taller, just know that sometimes if it gets too heavy, that the paper will want to fall down, okay? So you have to be very careful because the taller you try to make things, the more it's going to want to fall because it's only paper. It's not very heavy, okay? So it can't hold a lot of heaviness, okay? But if you're really careful and you kind of test it out, you can kind of glue or tape pieces to other pieces and really have some fun with it, okay? So I know I always say this, but I cannot wait to see what you come up with for your awesome paper sculpture. Have a lot of fun. Let's see how creative you can get with this. All right, friends, have fun.